Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to maintain this Hoover PowerScrub with spin scrub carpet washer. So you guys can see I'm sitting right in front of it. Now one thing that you can do on this is that you can actually remove this thing, which I know you could do it on like the dual power max pen, like those models, but I never you could do it on here. You have big wheels, and they don't really have to be maintained. But one thing you want to do today in the morning, what I did was that I cleaned out this thing. There was like lots of gunk in it, and yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see through that. I'll open it up soon, but there's like lots of like debris in there because when I did clean my carpet, I forgot to vacuum. So another thing you're gonna want to maintain is the brushes, and the brushes is, it's pretty easy. I mean, like not really. You just want to pick out all the dirt and debris you see there, like this. Ew. That is gross, okay? That is gross. I'll pick that up with my Dyson. But you want to make sure they spin freely and they can float properly, or else it won't really be good. And I'm not really sure where the heat comes out from this bottom part, like right here, and it gets hot here. But I'm not sure where the solution ejects from. But these brushes are pretty small. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. They're like that big. Not that big at all. But you just want to make sure to just pull out all the gunk and debris that you see here, because that might affect the cleaning performance of the machine. Spin them around if you see anything. And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure this thing turns off its brushes when it's on the floors, because I have like this little transform here. So whenever I was cleaning, I think it turns off its brushes, or I don't really know. Well, that's that. Make sure it spins properly. Just gather these pieces of dirt and just put it there. Well, yeah, so that's that. I'm sorry about that. So what you're gonna do is that once you got this part popped out, you're going to remove this thing. So this is the tank, and this is the whole mechanism that it has. And this part, when I was cleaning my whole house yesterday, this part got so warm. So what you're gonna do is that this little gray piece here is gonna lift out like that. I'm gonna just clear this out of the way, and then it's hard to do with one hand. This thing should slide out if you just do that like that. You guys can see. There you go. There it is. I did rinse it out just now because there was like dirt here, but this is where the suction channel is, right in between there. Very small, but it does work. Then you have like this little filter here. You want to make sure you clean out. Like some dust here. That's okay. You guys can see this is where everything goes in. Now water goes through that thing, that piece right there, and it also goes up through here. This is just like a little filter, just like vacuum cleaner filters, just works the same way. So you have this little thing here. You want to make sure that's also clean. This is where the suction comes in, so when this thing lines up, you can see the hole here, which is on the bottom, lines up with that. So technically that's how the suction comes in, with that thing right there. And that's the tubing that connects to this piece. So this is how you remove it. You just press this button and it removes. This is where the thing comes out, the liquid detergent. You want to make sure that part is clean as well, so it can flow through. You want to make sure there's nothing clogged up in here. I mean, there wouldn't be, but it's bad if it isn't, if there is stuff. this is the port where the tube goes into. The solution for the tube goes in here. And then the tube, of course, just fits into there. And this part is like really important of the whole vacuum cleaner, carpet washer. What you do is that you just remove this part, and then you can just dump out all the liquid. Or you can open it up all the way. This is called quick spout pour cap. So make sure it pops back in nicely. And then this is cleaning access. Pull and lift to unlatch. So you just pull and you lift. And then you just do that. I'm gonna make sure those back things are unhooked. Then you want to make sure everything in here is like all gunk and gunk. So it is really disgusting in there. You can already see there's still some stuff left. So it's disgusting. You want to make sure this filter is also really clean, or else you might get suction problems. And this part. And there's like this little type of like this weight right here. It's called a floaty ball thing. It's in this filter bit, but you can't see it. You can see it right there. It moves, and whenever that thing goes up, you're gonna hear a change pitch like this. And what's gonna happen is that it's gonna stop sucking up, and you're supposed to empty this. Now this happened to me a couple of times when I was cleaning my carpets yesterday, but yeah, so that's how you maintain that part. You want to make sure this piece is facing to the latch, because this thing is right here. You want to make sure it's hooked on like that, just like that, or else it won't fit. You want to do that, and then you can just push it in like that. There you go. And then how you reattach this piece is that this part is really hard, because you want to make sure the vacuum is on top, because you guys can see those little grooves. You want to make sure these little grooves are also attached onto the cleaner itself. So I'm gonna be able to get it in. And then once you're done, you just, this part is supposed to be up. And then once it's up, you can make sure it's latched. And then you can insert back this piece. Want to make sure this little 2 bars is right on top of this. Oh, sorry guys, I just want to make sure it's up here. This part gives me a headache sometimes. Do that, and then make sure tank release is down there. Then this thing, just like that. On the back, you want to make sure these are also clean, and then this hose port is clean. And then, alright, so yeah, so then of course you want to make sure the hose is maintained, and the hose, like a brush attachment for the stairs, upholstery. You can see this area right here. And the power switch, like that. All of this, and yeah, so there you go. That's how you technically maintain this whole thing. You want to make sure this thing is kind of dry. So yeah.